Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do Hunter x Hunter 2011 episode 82 review. So, first of all, we're turning over a new leaf here, so no illegal links to illegal episodes of Hunter x Hunter. Meaning, like, if they're not founded or if they're not funded by some kind of corporation such as Funimation or Aniplex or whatever. So, I can't do that. But basically, what I recommend is that you guys go on Google, type in Hunter x Hunter 2011 episode 82, and I guarantee you there will be some place where you can see for yourself, illegal or not. If you guys know of a legal site where I can post in the description down below, then let me know. I think maybe Crunchyroll, but I'm not too sure. Either way, because I don't eat whatever. Moving on. But just in case, no Japanese company, corporation, or network has any claim to this video. The thumbnail is an original photo which belongs to no Japanese company, corporation, or network. The visuals are me. They do not own me. And the audio is me speaking over a soundtrack or a homemade soundtrack. They do not own my voice. This video follows the rules/guidelines provided by Google/YouTube. Now, this week's episode. This week's episode of Hunter x Hunter 2011. Oh my god. I mean, basically the only thing that's important is the two parts. The rest of the stuff is like build up to and after. It's like it's pre-Yunju fight, post-Yunju fight, and then the whole entire Ramon thing. But the key things are obviously Gon, Kite, and Killua versus Yunju and the boys, and Ramot. But like, there's a little scene here and there, like basically like the stuff that. So aside from those two parts that are very key, the rest of the episode is basically like we see a scene where after Yunju and the guys are taken out, we see Hagia and his squad, and they lost the signal. So apparently, like these chimera, I'm pretty sure that they're communicating with pheromones or something of that nature because they lost the signal. Or no, they can communicate mentally. So when those three died, Hagia, they found like they sensed it, or like they knew, and it appears that they're gonna now Hagia, like the lion guy, and like his two friends or his two subordinates, they're gonna go and try and take out Kite, Gon, and Killua. Good luck with that. And basically. And then basically, like, there's a few things here and there where you have Kite talking about, like, before they fought against Yunju, they talking about like the DD drug when they go into the actual holes in the wall, like the holes in the mountainside, like the caves in the mountainside, and basically like they see that this was like the actual layer of the underground organization that that Kite is convinced that the NGL leaders knew about. The regular people, probably not. But the leaders, they hell knew. They knew. Because Gyro was like the king of the NGL. But he was so underground. And the point was to, of course, use this drug DD to basically create chaos in the world. And there's a little talk here and there between Kite and Gon and Killua about like their nen abilities, how Kite's ability is really inconvenient because it's a slot machine. However, it is unique in the aspect of the fact that it's the only nen ability that we've seen so far that can actually talk for itself. Like, it has its own consciousness. And at the same time, he says how Gon's ability and Killua's ability, they're very convenient, they're very nice. And this situation that they're in right now is a great opportunity to hone their abilities and skills, which they're doing right now. But now let me get, let me get into the actual fight, man. Like this was crazy, man. This was crazy, man. Cause first of all, Kite is able to sense Yunju and his three friends coming in. All right, cause he has this N. He's emitting N. And his N sphere is actually very, very, like, it's 50 meters, no, 45 meters. It's almost as big as Zeno's N. But apparently Zeno could extend it even more. But he just didn't want to, apparently. Back in the, that you got the York new arc. Basically, Yunju comes out, and he has these two dudes on like leashes and shit, like dogs. And one of the guy, he sees Kite and friends. He's like, "Help me." And Yunju's like, "Shut up, Spot." And he literally crushes this guy's skull, like just steps on it, like, yeah. And you're like, God damn. You're like, God damn. And then the other guy, Rover, because that's what he called them. They were dogs, Spot and Rover. And this was so fucked up. It's like Rover, like, so the guy, he's like, I'm gonna kill you because I want to have these three be my new pets. And this guy, butt naked, crying, tears, cross-eyed, fucked up teeth, and he's just pleading. And Yunju is looking at him, just smiling. And he's like, that face you're making makes me want to kill you even more. And he's about to crush this dude's skull in. And Gon's like, no. He's like, no. And he's going to run in there. Because, that's what Gon is. And then Kite stops. He's like, yo, stop. All right, you're going to get baited in because his two friends are already there. Like, he sensed those two friends. The chick and the centipede guy. And then they cut back to fucking Rover and Yunju. And then he's like, help. And then he came to the words, help. And he gets cut off. And then he gets crushed. And then Gon looks away. And then Kite says, don't look away. They could have thrown a projectile right then and there. And you could have gotten wounded. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, yo, like it was insane. Like, it was ruthless. It was just pure ruthless, man. It was ruthless. It was cold-blooded. And it shows you just how strong the individualism is when it comes to particular members of the Chimera Ants. Like, Colt would never do something like that. Neither would Pengi or Bihorn. They wouldn't do this shit. Not even Zazan would do this shit. But Yunji, he just didn't give a fuck. He was like, yeah. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, yo. That's all I can say. Just, yo, no. It was fucked up. And, like, I think the worst part was the fact that, like, this guy was stark naked, cross-eyed, crying, fucked up teeth, and he was begging like a mutt. And all Yunjin said was, like, seeing your face makes me want to kill you even more. I'm like, oh my god, it was nuts, man. It was nuts. So, the thing about that one scene was the impact. Like, that had a lot of impact. It was, like, impact. And they did a very good job with the impact. A very nice job. And then the fight actually starts. And the combat was nice. Alright? Especially in the case of Killua. Killua was, oh man, like he flipped the switch. And so when he's taking out the flying girl, the flying Chimerian girl, it's like he flips the switch, and also you see like the darkness around him. And he does this thing called like Snake Awakening, and his hands turn into like these whips. And he's obliterating this girl. And then she comes in with like the poison stinger. At first it's gonna do a frontal assault, then comes from the back with the stinger that was apparently on her tail. That apparently she had a tail. And then so she's thinking that, okay, so Killua was done. And then so she turns around and looks at the other guy who's fighting against Gon. And all of a sudden, and this was nice, man. We get like a first person view from her. And then she's looking, tilt. Like it was a tilt the world. And then Killua just snapped this girl's neck. Like, yeah. And then just said to her, I'm immune to poisons. And the thing that surprised me was that when she knew she was going to die, she was like, oh, like, it's too bad. It all means that I was weaker. And then he just said, and swipe. And her head was obliterated. And you're like, yes. That's all you can say. Yes, man. And then Yunjin. So, like, the thing was that Gon was the last one to finish his fight. And he didn't really kill the guy, all right, because Kite did. But when Kite does the slot machine, and he's punking Yunju, he's punking him, man, he's punking him. And he does the slot machine, and Yunju's like, you know, fuck it, because at some point, and this is mad suspect, Yunju said, I'm gonna strip you down, and I'm gonna put a collar on you, and normally I would reference that in a, you know, homo yaoi way, but in the case of Yunju, you don't want to do that. Like, you can't do that, because it's like, no, like when he says strip you down and put a collar on you, it's like, it's some serious ass shit. Like, he ain't fucking around. Like, he literally ain't fucking around. But Kite does it mad swift. Like, he does the slot machine, turns to number 4, which was the same thing we saw at the beginning of the arc, and then he has that gun, and then he shoots the, and this is ridiculous. Yunju's coming at him like, yeah! And then fucking bam. And the bullet goes, I mean, was it? No, it's not a bullet, it's like a Nen bullet. And the blast goes right through his skull. Yunju out. Then Gon takes out the guy, the centipede guy. And then this is actually a pretty nice scene, because it was like a face-off. And then, you know, like on that old school samurai, you know, like it's the wind blowing. I mean, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, but basically, like, it was a face-off. And then the guy is having a mental image of what is going to occur. He knows, he has a feeling that Gon's going to punch, and he's going to sacrifice half his arms to take the punch, but he's going to bite it and go in the neck and inject the venom. However, Gon does not use rock, alright? This is the first time Gon actually uses scissor, and he makes the Nen, he does the transformation, he makes his Nen into like a blade, and he cuts right through the guy. However, because he's a chimera ant, they have very strong natural vitality, and he's able to actually remain alive, even though his body was cut in half. He lunges at Gon when he's vulnerable, and is going to bite him in the neck with the venom. Kite, no, stop that shit, and then the guy's dead. Very nice scene. Very well done. Well the fuck done. Very, I mean, yeah. Oh my god. Well the fuck done, dude. Yeah, man. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing right now. Don't question me, man. Don't. Oh my Lord, have mercy. Yo. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like that alone made the episode fucking great. But what makes it amazing is fucking Ramot. Like this guy, he awakened, and this is the same concept I believe that occurred with Wing. Remember how Wing was able to pour in his Nen into Gon and Killua at the beginning of the Tower to Heaven arc, and how is it called Tower to Heaven? I forgot what it's called. Is this a fairy tale shit? Fuck it. Either way. He's able to pour in the Nen. And then they awaken their Nen by stabilizing their own Nen because Wing poured his Nen into them. And this is the same concept. Where when Gon and Killua attacked Ramot, he didn't die. And he was so angry. He was so angry, so pissed off. And he would not die. Even though for hours he was holding his stomach, he coughing out blood. Again, and I quote, "I won't be satisfied until I ripped him to shreds and I shit in their skulls." I'm like, bro, just yo. And the thing about it was that so in the same concept as Wing, when he first awakened Gon and Killua's Nen, I guess accidentally, Gon and Killua did the same thing for Ramot. And what's happening is that now we have the first Chimera Ant with Nen. And that is a massive threat. That is a massive, massive, massive threat. So when all of a sudden, we have Colt saying something, because apparently when one of his subordinates told him, he runs to where Ramot is. Ramot is pulling off like a fucking Super Saiyan. He's like, yeah, like a fucking twisted Super Saiyan. Like, yeah! And he's laughing his ass off. And he is feeling fantastic. So right now we have, so the episode overall, this week's episode of Hunter x Hunter, amazing. It was an amazing episode of Hunter x Hunter. Yo, it was amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing. It's that simple. We have a massive threat, Ramot. The fight, Yunju and his boys versus Kite going Killua. Oh my god. That was a great battle. Short, but great, man. Great. The build up to that with the fucking two human guys who were dead ass naked. Spot and rope. Oh my god, yeah. I can't say anymore. It's a simple episode. It really is. But now we're gonna see a situation where all of a sudden the Chimeras now they have an opportunity to examine what's going on with Ramot and apply it to other Chimera ants. Because that's what they want to do. Because again, Cult said, if they can do it, we can do it too. Because we have their genes. And now we're going to have a situation where the Chimeras may, and they are going to go through a significant power increase. Because they're going to learn Nen. And remember, Nen is not something as simple as, oh, well, you have Ren, and then you just power up and then you get, no. It's no. There's going to be some unique ass shit going on. So I'm done. Episode overall, amazing. Fucking amazing. And I'm out. Peace. Have a nice day.